What's up, Broncos country? Can you feel that chill? The Denver Broncos training camp is heating up, and there's one name that's got us dreaming big: Evan Engram. This guy is a lethal weapon, a tight end ready to flip the game and strike fear into opposing defenses. Picture this: Bo Nix drops back, fires a perfect pass, Engram cuts across the field like lightning, and the crowd at Empower Field goes wild. You ready for this season? Stick with me, because today we're diving deep into what this beast is bringing to the Denver Broncos family. Broncos country, let me tell you why this year's training camp feels different. In recent seasons, our offense had its ups and downs. We had talent, sure, but we were missing that guy, the one who makes opposing defenses rethink everything. The guy who, when he's on the field, the quarterback already knows where to look. And now, it looks like we found him. Evan Engram, the tight end coach Sean Payton is calling the Joker. And for good reason. He's a mix of speed, agility, and reliable hands that can turn our offense into something the entire NFL has to respect. Let's talk numbers, because they show just how big Engram's impact can be. Over the past 2 years, even battling injuries and playing just 26 games, he hauled in 161 passes for 1,328 yards. That's more yardage than all of the Broncos' tight ends combined over the same span. And here's the kicker. From the slot, where he's nearly unstoppable, Engram led all NFL tight ends with 112 receptions and 957 yards. You know what that means? He finds space where there isn't any. He turns a 5-yard catch into a 20-yard gain. He's a nightmare for any linebacker or safety trying to cover him. Now imagine this. Bo Nix enters the season with a fire in his eyes. He loves attacking the middle of the field with quick, precise passes on intermediate routes. And who's there to grab those throws? Evan Engram, the guy who scored at least 7 fantasy points in 89% of his games last season. That's consistency, Broncos fam. He's not just a playmaker. He's a chain mover. And in Sean Payton's offense, which has turned tight ends into lethal weapons before, Engram is in the perfect spot to shine. What's happening at training camp is making our mouths water. Engram is building insane chemistry with Bo Nix. They're connecting on passes like they've played together for years. Sean Payton, the offensive mastermind, is using Engram in a way that's going to give defensive coordinators nightmares. He's lining Engram up in the slot on over 50% of his plays. Actually, 52.3% of the Broncos' tight end routes in 2024 came from the slot, the 5th highest rate in the NFL. That's Payton playing chess while the rest play checkers. Why does that matter? Because Engram in the slot creates mismatches. He's too fast for a linebacker, too big for a cornerback. Result? He gets open, and all Bo Nix has to do is fire it his way. At camp, we're seeing Engram run crossers, post routes, even some screens that are leaving coaches speechless. And the best part, he doesn't just catch the ball, he does damage after the catch. In 2024, he had 47 receptions in just 9 games, over 5 per game on average. If he stays healthy, and we're all hoping he does, he could finish the season with numbers that'll make Broncos country erupt with pride. Tell me, Broncos fam, can you see this offense coming to life? Bo Nix launching a perfect strike, Engram streaking down the seam, the whole stadium on its feet? I want to know, who out there thinks Engram's going to lead all tight ends in receptions this year? Drop your predictions below, because Broncos country always brings the best takes. But Engram's not doing this alone. Our tight end group is stronger than ever, and that's great news for Broncos fans. Sean Payton loves keeping 4 TEs on the roster, and this year's no different. Alongside Engram, we've got Adam Troutman, a beast when it comes to blocking and opening lanes for the ground game. Nate Adkins, another blocking specialist, is bringing serious energy and effort. And then there's the rookie, Caleb Lohner, a former basketball player already drawing comparisons to the legendary Jimmy Graham, thanks to his raw athleticism. This guy is out-jumping everyone at camp, and if he develops as a receiver, he could be a massive surprise. And it doesn't stop there. Lucas Krull, who's already flashed some talent, is competing for a roster spot, and rookie Caden Prieskorn is turning heads on the practice squad. This kind of competition is raising the bar for everyone, and that's what makes the Broncos special. We're not just trying to win, we're trying to dominate. With a tight end room this versatile, Ingram leading in catches, Trotman and Adkins anchoring the run game, and Lohner bringing explosive upside, our offense is ready for anything. And while Ingram is lighting up the offense, let's not forget about our defense, setting the tone for the whole squad. In 2024, we had the third-best scoring defense in the NFL, according to Pro Football Focus. Our defensive line, with guys like Zach Allen and John Franklin Myers, ranks among the top 10 in the league. Our secondary, boosted by additions like Brandon Jones and Chris Abrams-Drain, is locked in and ready to make opposing quarterbacks miserable. This defense is the heart of the Broncos, and it's pushing the offense to rise up too. What Ingram brings to this offense goes beyond yards and catches. He brings a winner's mindset. He brings the chance to see a Broncos offense that doesn't just chase points, it dictates the game. With a solid offensive line led by Garrett Bollos and Quinn Meiners, and a quarterback in Bo Nix who's improving every day, Ingram might be the missing piece to ignite this offense. And in Sean Payton's system, the same one that turned Jimmy Graham into a legend, Ingram is on the right path to make his name unforgettable in the Denver Broncos family. Broncos country, I want to hear you. What's the dream play you want to see with Ingram this season? A game-winning touchdown against the Chiefs? A clutch catch in the fourth quarter to turn the game around? Drop it in the comments because we all know Broncos fans come up with the wildest ideas. And it's not just on the field where Ingram is making an impact. At training camp, he's showing leadership, helping out the rookies, and bringing positive energy to the locker room. The players are saying he's the kind of guy who elevates everyone around him, and for us fans, that's everything. We want players who wear the orange and blue with pride, who understand what it means to represent Broncos country. Ingram is proving that he gets it, and that just makes us root for him even more. Looking ahead to this season, Ingram has everything it takes to be the second primary target in our offense, right behind Courtland Sutton. With Sutton stretching the field on deep routes and Ingram owning the middle, our offense is going to have a dynamic we haven't seen in years. And with a solid ground game led by guys like Audric Estime and the brilliant mind of Sean Payton calling plays, the Broncos are ready to shock a lot of people in 2025. The question is, will we finally see this offense take us to the playoffs? I know Broncos country believes we will. If you're true Broncos country, don't slack. Subscribe to the channel right now so you don't miss a single play, analysis, or moment from what's shaping up to be a historic season for our Broncos. Hit that bell icon, tag that friend who bleeds orange and blue, and let's build this passionate fan community together. Let's show the world what it means to be part of the Denver Broncos family. Now, listen up, Broncos family. I'm putting my hand in the fire for this one. Evan Ingram has everything it takes to be the guy who changes the game for the Broncos. He's got the speed, the hands, and the mindset of a champion. I truly believe he could lead all tight ends in receptions this season, especially with Bo Nix developing and Sean Payton calling genius-level plays. And here's a bold one. Could he surpass the impact that Shannon Sharpe had in his prime years with the Broncos? I think he's got a real shot. What do you think, Broncos country? Could Ingram become the greatest tight end of our era? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear what this fan base is thinking. All right, Denver Broncos family, time to let your voice be heard. What would you do if you were Sean Payton drawing up plays for Ingram? A deep route for a TD, a sneaky red zone trick play? Drop your craziest idea in the comments because Broncos country always surprises. Smash that like button, Share this video with your fellow Broncos fans and subscribe to stay locked in to everything going on with our team. Until the next video, let's ride Broncos country.